Welcome back to Greg's Preaching Right Division. So there's a lot of people, a lot of churches, a lot of people in the world that think there's only one church and one thing going on. But there's actually two churches in the Bible. And Acts 21, verses 20 and 21 show the two churches, among other places in the Bible. But I wanted to study the Israel church. So the Israel church is found in Acts 21, verse 20. When they heard it, they glorified the Lord and said unto him, Thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe, and they are all zealous of the law. Every Jew that believed in Jesus was zealous of the law. Now, if you go to most churches, they'll say, hey, the law ended at the cross. But if you were to study the Bible on, with the Holy Spirit and on your own, you see that the law didn't end at the cross. In Genesis 17:13, it says, in the flesh, circumcision will be an everlasting covenant. So I can tell you what laws that the Jews which are saved by Jesus Christ are following when it says that circumcision in the flesh is an everlasting covenant. And it specifically says in the flesh. And it does say everlasting covenant. That's what makes them a Jew and part of Israel, is that they circumcise in the flesh. If they don't, they're a Gentile. Also, Exodus 12:14, the Passover will be kept yearly forever. This is Exodus 12:14. The Passover will be kept yearly forever. So what laws are they zealous of, the Jews that believe in Jesus in Acts 21:20? These three, and maybe some more, but these three for sure. The third one is Exodus 31:16. Sabbath is a perpetual covenant, God says to Israel, meaning it's ongoing. It's an ongoing perpetual covenant for your generations. So there's at least three ordinances between God and Israel. And so every Jew that believed in Jesus Christ was zealous of the law. And I can show you which laws, I just showed you which laws carry over forever for Israel, as long as there is an Israel. And that's why there are two churches in the Bible. Israel goes to church in their synagogues and when the temple's here in the temple on Saturday, because Sabbath is a perpetual, ongoing covenant between Israel and God. Israel circumcises in the flesh because it makes them a Jew and an Israelite. And Israel will keep the Passover yearly as God has commanded them to do. All you have to do is read Acts 21:20 and other parts of the Bible, and especially these verses I've given you, to find out that there is a different church. And we've talked about the Israel church, and I'll see you next time on Greg's Preaching Right Division.